Hello everyone. So today I am back with another video, but today I am not going to make a t-shirt design. I am going to show you some text effect. These were some requests like how to make this kind of t-shirt designs, this kind of effect of course, and then how to make this kind of styles, and this was a request from Steve how to make this kind of text effect. So I'm going to talk about this text effect right now. So let's start with the first one, this one, the text effect here. So what we can see here is basically, you can see there is a white layer that is beneath our main text here, and then a black layer, and then the black is disappearing from this area. So how to make that kind of text effect? So for creating that text effect, let's take big bash. I am just typing that text. Now for this one I am going to create a maybe a text like this, sorry, a font like this. This is called LA shape outlaw RG. So this is the font I am going to use here. Now the first step is, this effect is called arch effect. You can see this is not arc. So for making that effect, we can go to effect, then wrap, then arch. So in arch it will look like this. We can decrease or increase the amount of arch here, increasing or decreasing this amount. So let's keep it 30%, something like this. Let's make it a bit bigger, something like this. Now we can increase the space between the text also, something like this is good. Now let's break the font. So once, when we are applying any effect, we need to expand it. We just expand the text, not effect. So go to object, expand appearance. Now it is expanded. So for creating this effect, first step is we need a white layer background for this. So for that we can go to object, path, and then offset path. So that is too much. Let's keep it something like 10 pixel or maybe 20 pixel. Okay, let's keep it 15 pixel, something like this. So that is good. Let's press OK, or maybe a bit smaller, 10 pixel, because I want this space on the A and the G to be visible. So 10 pixel, click OK, go to pathfinder, unite, like this. Now that is good. I'm pressing Ctrl X. You can see my keyboard strokes here, and Ctrl B. So I am using a new software today. Let me know if this is good or the previous one is good for showing my keyboard strokes. So I am making it red because I want to make it visible on top of my white background, something like this. Now as we can see here, the effect, that is, there is a black layer of the text, but that layer is also disappearing here in this area with the white. So we have a black layer here, something like this, but it should be disappearing in this top area. And how to create that effect? And for that we need some grunge vectors like this 4 vector I gave you. You can find them in my Facebook group. I'm selecting this one. Let's copy. Then if I come here, when my black text layer is selected, I can create like open transparency for it. So double click to open the transparency. Now I am going to click on this clip. Now I am inside the transparency. Now here I am going to press Ctrl V. It is going to paste my this grunge here, and I am going to make the direction something like this to follow with my text direction, as you can see here, and then bigger, something like maybe a bit much bigger. And then I need to like adjust the position here, so that much is good for me. And as you can see, when we are placing a grunge like this, it is going to make this area disappear. And keeping our black here, we can also make it, we can make it bigger or smaller, anything you want. Then again I am going to copy this one, placing something like this. Then I need to change the direction here, of course, with this area, maybe something like this. Okay, so that much is good for me. I can rotate a little more. something like this. So as you can see, this is creating that effect, like the disappear effect here. And if I click here, I will come to the surface layer. I am not inside the transparency anymore, and if I take it on a black background like this, then if I change the white, sorry, the red into white, it is going to give me that same effect. So you can see this is the effect they are using here, and that's how you can create this kind of effect. This is really cool and this is really easy. So I hope this will give you some idea how to make this that kind of effect, and of course try practicing it and post in our group. Okay, so moving forward to the next one. Now for this kind of effect, this circular effect or this circular effect, you can create this one by using some pre-made fonts, like maybe 2020 2020 I am typing here. So there are some font that will give you this kind of effect. Maybe I have one that called borrow strip. So this font is like this. Now this is not customized, like as you can see they are customizing the circles here, like bigger to smaller or something like smaller to bigger, kind of vintage. So this is the pre-made font. You can use this kind of font to make this effect, or you can make it customized. So let's see how to make them. You can use this kind of fonts, like this is called the borrow, and borrow font has two option, one is line, one is stripe. So this is the stripe one, and there is another option of borrow that is called line, is it line 4. You can see this effect, you may have seen this kind of text. So this font is really good. Now this is the font option. Let's create this circle here. Now for creating this kind of circles, we need to make some circles in same distance, same position, something like that. So I'm going to take a ellipse here first of all. Now for this ellipse here, we can do it in two different ways. Let's use the easiest way. So I'm pressing shift X, that will convert my ellipse into strokes. First one like this, that is good, this much or a bit smaller in size maybe. Let's make it like this. Now go to object, then path, then offset path, and from offset path we need to make it really bigger, big enough to see the lines between the these two ellipse, the white space. That is good, maybe this much. That's good. Let's click OK. Now the outer one is selected, and when the outer one is selected, go to path, offset path, click OK. It is going to create another ellipse in same size, bigger and same distance. We need to do this a couple of times, something like this. Okay, so let's do it and again one more time, offset path. So that much is good. Now as you can see, this is the this effect we created. Now how to add these lines. Now for this effect here, if we just make it, if we select any one of them, or if I select them all, they are all 40 point. That means every ellipsis has the same size stroke. So let's create those lines. I'm selecting my pen tool when my stroke is 40 point, and then I need to join them. Like this is the anchor point of the outer ellipse. If I shift click here, it is going to join. So let's create one line here, then again pressing, you can simply click here, you don't need to press shift, or you can press shift, it is going to continue those lines. Just make sure that you are clicking on the just in this anchor point, something like this. That is good. Again I am going to add the last one here. So that is good. Now for the ellipse here, ellipse and the lines, they are made. We don't need them to act like strokes anymore. We can simply erase the strokes, or we can simply press shift M for shape builder tool. Now shape builder tool will allow us to erase these parts, like these inner parts, that we don't want, like these parts, and that will automatically join our lines with our ellipse, something like this. So you can see this is really easy, and we simply created this effect. We can now select our ellipse and lines, everything here. We can expand them because we don't need them to act like a anymore act like a ellipse here. So that is good. I am going to select this one and this one, then pressing I for eyedropper, pick that color. I'm going to select this one and then this one. Again I'm going to select this color, this one and this one, selecting this color. This is just same process. You need to just pick the colors, something like this. Okay, so that is good. Now let's select them, pick this color, but in this time a bit darker, something like this. That will make a nice transition. You can see this is how easily we can create that effect. So that part is good. Now for the rest of the text effect here, like this one, the bigger to smaller size ellipse, we need to just make it like same effect here again. So let's start with the ellipse here. Now this one I'm going to make a stroke first, something like this, 10 point. That is good. Let's create a offset path, something like this. Okay, that much is a bit bigger, maybe this much. That is good. Click OK, make it 20 pixel. Now the outer one is selected. I'm going to make a offset path again, but this time 30 point. Make this one 30, and when that is selected, go to path, make it 40. Click OK, make this 40, something like this. Just you need to increase 10% here, then click OK, then increase the stroke size 10%. That will make a smooth transition here. Again something like 60, then make it 60. Okay, so this is just a way to make a, you can just adjust this stroke size to make something very similar to them, and you can just increase the space between them. Of course, that's up to you. Let's create the effect here. Let's not waste our time. So this is our ellipse right now. Now the rules of Illustrator is, when we are selecting anything, like if I zoom in here, you can see these are not very perfectly connected lines. They just connected from this area, not very perfect way. So let's do something like that. Now first step is, whenever we are selecting anything, it is going to select, like if we click here, it is going to select this one's setting here. Like you can see the stroke size, it is selected. If I click on this one, it is going to pick that one's measurement here. So I'm selecting this one, the outer one, then I'm going to take my pen tool and it is going to keep this setting. So with my pen tool I'm going to click here, then maybe something like this area, then I'm going to click here. So it is going to create a line. Now I'm going to select my this one here, the inside one, then again I'm going to take my pencil tool, click something like this, just keep the proportions right, something like this maybe. Okay, this needs to be a bit downwards. Okay, let's do it again. So I'm going to take my pen tool and connect that, something like this, then I can bring it here. So, or maybe I can just simply bring my that point with my direct selection tool and just making it something like this, then selecting this two part. This is just going to take some time because there is a lots of adjustment here, and that's why they didn't follow the rules here. Okay, so I'm selecting this one, pen tool, something like from this area maybe. Sorry for that, we need to press shift whenever we are joining a path. So something like this, then in the same, sorry for that, same direction, same size. That is good. Let's select our this one, pen tool, something like this area, then again a shape here, another one here. So same repeating process. I hope you get the idea till now. something like this, that is good. And then the last one, this one, pen tool, shift click. Now this is not looking very perfect one because there is some proportion problems, like we are creating the outer part bigger than the ellipse part, but we can adjust it something like this. Now for this area here, you can select them, press shift M for shape builder. Now we can erase the parts that we don't want, like this part, this round part we don't want, so we can erase them. This is just going to take some time to fix these areas, and you can see, sorry for that. Okay, that is not, that is selecting all the area. Okay guys, so this is going to take some time. I'll be back after this part when it will be done, like this. So something like this. Okay guys, so after erasing those parts, this is how it is looking right now. There is some problem in this area, and we can fix that. If I press A for my direct selection tool, then if I select these 2 point, then right click, join, it is going to join together, something like this. This is really hard, and you need to understand the offset path thing really good, then you can make this kind of designs. Now you can see this is how it is looking. This is not yet perfect, but still it will give this kind of feel. And of course this effect here, this one, so you can try them. Okay, let's move to the next one. I am keeping them here, this one here. So for this one here, this text, fishing text, now we can create this effect in two different style. Let's bring a text here. So fishing is my text. Now for this kind of effect, I'm going to take a similar looking font, maybe something like Norwester. Yeah, this is a good font, especially the G here, it is similar looking to that. Now we can create this effect in two different style. I'm going to, so keep a copy there. Let's break the font. Now for this one here, this is a really simple effect that is called arc effect, arc lower. So if you go to object, effect, effect, wrap, and then arc lower, it is going to look like this, but we need to go in the minus direction, something like minus 30%, that is good. Click OK. Now for making this effect, we need to bring that a bit down, something like this, or maybe like this. And then when we are using an effect like this, we can always adjust it before breaking. We didn't expand it yet, so you can make changes. And for that you need to go to the properties panel. You will find this window and then properties. So in properties panel, you can see wrap arc lower, this is the effect. If I click here, it is going to give me that option. I can adjust now. So let's make it minus 40%, that is good. So this is how it is kind of looking like this effect. We can break this now because that is made, or we can do some further modifications, like this G and the F is looking like a bit more down than the others. We can do that. If I press A for my direct selection tool, then with A I can select this part. Okay, before that I need to bring a ruler here just to keep the position same, something like this, in this position, that is good. Now pressing A for my direct selection tool, selecting this part, and then using my arrow key to bring that down to match my ruler here. So that is good. Now I need to select this part of my G, and then I can bring that down, something like this. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it can match my direction here, or we can simply use the direct selection tool for these areas also, like make them, bring them a little down, then this one here a little bit down. So you can just modify your text after making an effect, something like this. Let's maybe a bit down. So this is how you can achieve this look. Now it is hard to make it perfectly because they are using some other font and I'm using some other font, so it is just the as close as possible. Now there is another way, and that is I need this text. Let's break it. So I am going to make it same effect but with other option, that is my envelope distort option. So I am creating a rectangle like this, a bit bigger in size, that is good. Let's just take another ellipse here. So with that ellipse I'm going to create a ellipse like this, maybe this, then selecting these two, then aligning them in the center position, that is good. A bit something like this, that's good. Let's select these two, this rectangle and my ellipse, press shift M for shape builder. Now I'm pressing alt and then erasing this part because I don't need that. So for this kind of shape you can see the curvy point here is a pointy end here that can cause some trouble for us. So let's press shift E for eraser tool, and now I'm pressing alt and dragging a rectangle like this. It is going to erase those part. So I have a simple shape like this and the shape of text. Now make sure that your text shape is on top, so press Ctrl X, Ctrl F, it will bring paste it in top. Now select these two, fishing and my shape, go to object, envelope distort and then make with top object. So you can see we can easily achieve those look, but this is not the perfect way, this is the perfect way. You can use the arc lower option, then use your direct selection tool to bring them down or up, whatever you want. So that's it for these designs guys. So I hope this one will clear your confusion about them. Let's just use this text to, let's just make a design here because we created some effect here, so we can simply use that in our design. So I'm breaking that, erasing that. I am going to use my this fishing text here, as this is what we created. Now I'm going to just go over all of them. I'm going to combine these three effect in one design. So something like 10 pixel, yeah, that's good. Let's click OK, go to pathfinder, unite, Ctrl X, Ctrl B to paste it back, make it red so that we can see. Now I am selecting my black text only, then go to transparency, open it, something like this. Now I need my this vector, Ctrl C to copy, paste it here. Now this time I am going to make it all the way to this point and then longer, something like this. So this will, or maybe just a bit up because I don't want that much distress effect. So something like this is looking good for me. Now that is good. Let's bring some fishing vector here. So this is a fish vector. You have this because I kept that in my group for practice. So I'm going to place it something like this. Okay, before that I'm going to select them, make them a group. Now I can select them and then I can align them in the center position, that is good. And now I am going to use my this stripe text here, fishing legend, something like this. Maybe I can break it so that I can match the proportion here. Now this is just a simple design, just because I am showing you those options, so I can use them to create a style, create a design here. I need to match it with the end of my this text, so that much is good. Let's bring that a bit down. Let's select our this tag group, making them a group. I'm going to place it something like this, just to make a design out of it. Okay, maybe something like this. Okay, not like that. Let's make it same white with my that part, then another part here. This is just to, I'm just using them. This doesn't have to be a perfect design. So it is the text fishing legend. Let's make it a birthday kind of shirt. Right click and then LSF outlaw text. This text is really good. Let's assume someone is turning 50 years old. So 1971, sorry for that, fishing legend. 1971. Okay, a bit smaller like this, since 1971. This is going to be a birthday shirt, something like this. Let's break it. Now I'm going to make it same size, bigger as my other elements here. Now for this one here I'm going to create that same effect here, so let's make it a bit smaller. Then I'm going to create the offset path again here. You can see this is how you can just combine some design ideas to make a unique one. Unite, Control X, Control B to paste it back. Now I am selecting my red text, sorry, the black text, open the transparency for it. Now again this grunge texture. Now this time I am going to rotate the direction, something like this, and then this area. That is good. Let's keep it big like this. Now that is not visible here because we didn't change the color of the outline. So let's make it this color. It is going to be visible. So that is good. So this is just combining these ideas. Now I am going to check my these colors, like this is a text here. I am going to use it this color, this one in this color, sorry, maybe this color, this one in this color. Okay, I hope it matches the number of colors here. Yeah, that's fine. This one. Okay, so that one, that part is done. Let's create this. I need to double click to go inside the color layer here. Then I'm selecting the outline, like the red color here, something like this. Then pressing eyedropper, I for eyedropper, to pick this color. And then for this text here I'm going to make it this color. So it is just a, it is going to make it a look like this, or maybe something like this color. That is also good. We will fix that later. So I'm going to select my this black text and then make it look like this. That is good also. Now for this area here, this fishing vector here, I need to make it something like in this area. So that much is good. Now we can make it like, let's try to do something unique here, something like this maybe. I don't know how it is going to look like. I just wanted to use this shape in my design, so we can simply make it like the fish on top. Okay, let's keep the fish on top. Now I'm going to object, create, sorry, offset path, create offset path for my fish. Click OK. Now I'm going to select my this group, open the transparency, press Ctrl F. Ctrl F will make it look like this. Let's make it merge, unite to make it a complete black shape. You can see here. So I need to check that it is complete black. You can see that is not complete black. So if I make it complete black, so this is where you guys are striking. Whenever we are pasting anything inside the transparency, that must be a complete black. So like this. Now let's copy this one, this black shape, clicking here. Now as we make them a group, we can open their transparency, press Ctrl F. It is going to paste in front, like that same effect in front. I'm going to select my this fish here, Ctrl C, Ctrl B, paste in back, merge, unite, then pressing I for eyedropper to pick something like this yellow color. So as you can see, this is how my design is looking right now. Let's take a rectangle here to see how it is going to be. I have to make it black, something like this. Okay, so this is how my design is looking. Let's create, let's double click. I am not liking this red background, so I for eyedropper to make it look like that. Maybe making this text in red color, so that will give it a vintage kind of look, something like same here. I am selecting the red here. I'm going to pick this color, and then if I click here, I can go to this darker red. So that is good. Now this part of my design is not looking very good here. So maybe we can create a any kind of effect here, or we can just use this fishing rod here just to place it something like this. Okay, we didn't copy this one, so I need to select this one, then copy, paste it here. Now I'm going to make it in this direction, something like this, but in this lighter color. So this is just to, okay, it is not necessary to put everything here. So that's it guys, this is the final design for my this one. Now it doesn't make any sense, I know, but it is just everything in a kind of this kind of look, and everything we made, we are just trying to combine them to make a design. You will see many different designs on this circle topic, and in this stripe kind of letter you can try them of your own. So that's it guys, thank you everyone. See you in the next video guys, have a great time, and subscribe to my channel. I'll keep sharing new tutorials, and if you want to learn any kind of effect or any style like this today's video, you can post in our Facebook group. I will make on video weekly just to explain different effects, so like this one. I hope this will give you some advanced level idea of text effect. See you in the next video guys, have a great time.